This pitch, I think in the current market, doing fresh new houses in the middle of a field and all of that, you've got to be looking at close to 35% return on GDV.
Property Elevator is back and we are bigger than ever. This year, we see our angels looking to invest their hard-earned cash into some of the best property deals on the market. Will our angels be keeping their lights green, or will they be turning them red? And to shake things up, I'd like to introduce you to the lender, who'll be giving their insights into how these deals could potentially be viewed from a lending perspective. Our angels are seasoned developers, mentors, and investors with a combined experience of over 100 years. They are Paul Mahoney, Ranjan Bhattacharya, John Howard, Hayley Andrews, and Nicholas Walworth. Unlike the angels, our lender, Scott Marshall, can't shake hands on any of the deals. So, it's up to our candidates to impress one of the 5 angels for that all-important guidance and cash. So, let's meet some of the hopeful candidates pitching their deals on today's show. Lloyd, Jack, welcome to Property Elevator today. So when did you decide to join forces together then?
Well, Jack and I met in a property development academy that we're in right now.
Okay.
And we met in there and this deal came up, and Jack needed a little bit of help on the finance side, so I've been sort of structuring the deal after that.
Okay.
And now we're looking for this extra finance, which we're
great.
The reason why we're here today.
Sounds like you've both got very different skill sets, and combined you're making a great team.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Please head up those stairs, and we'll see you when you come back down.
Thank you very much.
See you later. Hello Angels, my name's Lloyd and I'm with my partner here, Jack.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, so what we want to present to you today is our deal. Our deal is, it's a plot of land that we found in a place called Stradbrook in Suffolk. And we have planning in place for 4 detached houses. And we are building these houses on a passive type basis. They're timber frame, and we're currently doing this on a turnkey package with a principal contractor at the moment. So we have development finance for 88%. We're looking for the 12%. The 12% in monetary terms is around 167,000. The structure of the deal is that we are offering 50% to the angels, 20-20, 25-25. That's 25 for me and 25 for Jack. And that will be on the basis of the return we want is the mentorship, the guidance, the experience and the wisdom of you guys.
Shall I start off? So I don't live far away from this. In fact, my mother in her later life had a boyfriend in Stratford, in Stradbrook, which
my mother's dog's pet's auntie.
I don't want to go into that because I don't even want to think about it, to be honest with you. But anyway, so I know Stradbrook very well. It's an interesting area, quite popular area, but it's a fair way away from anywhere really, in terms of a decent sized town, but as you know. So can I just touch on the build costs?
Yeah.
What are they?
The total bill cost, including fees, is about $1 million. It's $1,000,042. So
yeah. In terms of square footage, how much is that?
5,000. Well, the total square footage for all 4 is 5,000 square foot.
So about £200 a foot is what you're saying.
Yeah.
90 feet.
Yeah, about £200 a foot. Okay. Okay. And if you were to build this yourself, Jack, how much cheaper would it be?
We could probably save 100,000.
Okay, no, that's fine. Paul, do you want to? Now I've told you where it is.
Yeah, you just asked some of the questions I was thinking of asking, to be honest.
you know.
I find it interesting, and maybe Scott will comment on this, but the fact that you didn't have the development experience, which makes sense, but I assume the main contractor probably doesn't have development experience either. They're a main contractor.
Yeah.
That actually did fulfill. Did you find out that did fulfill lenders' concerns? Like, were they happy with that?
Yes.
They were
With
fine
just
with that.
you and the main contractor?
Yeah.
Yep.
And do you own the site?
We have an offer accepted on the site.
And what's that?
Yeah, 320.
320. And what's the GDV?
GDV is 1.9.
2 million, basically.
Yeah. Profit margin on that after finance is 300,000.
Any more questions, Hayley, for you?
No, I'll
Okay
have
for
a
the moment?
think. I'll
Nicholas?
have a think, yeah.
So you want 167,000, that's the 12%
Yeah.
needed on finance. But does that include all your
Purchase.
stamp duty, purchasing costs?
Yeah.
So
There's
that,
no SIL. SIL has been paid for. There
Okay.
was a SIL on the provisions on the planning, but we've managed to find out recently, just before we came here, that the SIL had been paid by the previous vendor.
yeah, great. Okay.
That-
And no
that's the
Section
result.
106 payments or anything like that?
No.
Social housing contributions?
No.
So SIL, community infrastructure levy.
And this
that's been
development is in the middle of a beautiful village in Stradbroke. It's an old Anglo-Saxon village, very pretty, quaint village. Yeah.
What do you need from us? So if we're there to help you get the bank lend, you can build it yourself, build it cheaper, we will make more money.
Yeah, so the
that's-
first one,
got
the
it,
main element is that we could probably reduce on the amount of finance costs.
Yeah,
The second
absolutely.
option is that we're happy to give away 60% and bring you into the JV and the SPV, and that would involve you funding the whole project. So we would build it out, you would fund it, we would just be looking for your support and expertise to
As
help
in-
us.
Okay, and as in use the senior, would be the senior debt as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Well, we'll organise.
I don't think anyone would be interested in that option.
In terms of the profit margin, that would increase because we would reduce our finance fees straight away.
Yeah,
increase-
no, it wouldn't for us though, because we
Wouldn't
can
for
use
us.
that money much more effectively than the
It would over
interest
the
rate.
build because
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
You okay, Nicholas? Yeah.
I'm fine, I'm done, thank you. Yep.
Scott, what's your...
I'm being really honest. I've really struggled with this pitch, and I'm confused. And keeping it simple, stupid is really important when you're pitching something. The detail is really, really important, and we trust you to know the detail. But presenting the high level numbers at the beginning, so we are buying a site for 300,000. We are going to spend £1 million building 4 detached houses, which are going to be worth £2 million when they're finished. We've got development finance for 88% of the 1.32, which is 1.15 million, and the difference of 167k, whatever the number is what we're here today for. And for that investment of 167, we can put in 67, we want 100 from you, and for that 100 we are offering X amount of money back to you. That's where I would start a pitch like this.
Where do I sign?
Okay, that's where I'd start a pitch.
you've
This
been a
has
bit
not
hard.
been.
I think
This
you've
has
been a
not
bit
been.
That's what you did,
This
didn't
I think I
is,
saw.
no, I didn't get that.
We had to extract the
We had to
purchase
extract
price.
it. So
we had
Paul was asking questions to extract some information from you. Nicholas was asking questions to extract the information from you. And I've been trying to work it all out from the questions that got asked rather than from your pitch.
I think that's a bit harsh.
I agree.
So so as a word of advice for future, try and get something in an exec summary at the start that people can get like that. I'll do a better clip. Like that.
Okay, so we're going to go to offers now because what Scott has said, all due respect, might be relevant if you get an offer. So, right, so who would like to start first?
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay.
I just think for a new build, sort of ground up development of 4 houses, the numbers are just a bit tight. You know, if you got the contractor doing it, it's 15%. If you're doing it, it's 20%. Obviously, you know, us as the developers together, but you also as the main contractor, we'd want that price, those costs to be fixed. But you know, materials and labour is variable at the moment. And the last thing we would want as is for our partner to go bust on our joint development.
So, Paul?
No, it's not one for me, thank you.
Okay. Matter of fact, Paul there, wasn't he? Who would like to go next?
It's not for me. No, sorry.
Okay, thank you. Thanks.
Ranjan, what are your thoughts?
I think through this pitch, I think in the current market, doing fresh new houses in the middle of a field and all of that, you've got to be looking at close to 35% return on GDV. I think the GDV is far too tight for doing new build in the current market.
You've picked an area where the sale values aren't that high, and the problem is at the moment, building is so expensive. If you've got £200 a foot to build and the resales are only 325 or whatever it might be, there's just not enough margin because the landowners will not sell cheap enough at the moment. You're in a perfect storm. The market's dropped-ish or remain the same. Interest is doubled. Building costs have gone up 30% in the last 3 years. So it's a perfect storm at the moment. And unfortunately, deals like this, even though it sounds cheap for 4 plots, you think, wow, 300 and what are you paying? 370 grand for 4 plots. They probably need to be 320. They probably need to be, you know.
There's a lot of money, isn't it, for a plot?
Not really.
For four houses.
It should work. It should work. But unfortunately, it's just too tight. And you need to go back and renegotiate the price down. Show some balls.
Yeah.
Get back there and say, look, it doesn't work for us. It needs to be 250. That's where it needs to be, in my view. So I'm afraid today it isn't for me. Nicholas.
Are you struggling to find your next commercial to residential conversion project? Well, over the next 2 years, virtually every UK bank branch will close. Banks are fabulous buildings in prime locations, and thanks to permitted development rights, they're really easy to convert to alternative uses under a light touch planning regime. My team have put together a list of over 500 UK bank branches which are poised for imminent closure. And for a limited period only, you can download this list absolutely free. Your next commercial property project is on this list, so download it now and enjoy the rest of the video.
I do think it's too tight. I'm sorry, guys. I was hoping you'd say, look, we'll put in the first 50 grand or something to show me that you're really committed, but you've offered to put in nothing because the concern is then as a JV partner.
Could we do that?
50 in, would you consider it?
Could we do it on our assets, on our properties?
I think it's hard to make a decision today because I don't know what those assets are, don't know how highly geared they are. On the basis that we can gear those assets no more than 60% after you've secured the other debt, and you could put 50 grand in, I'd make you an offer for the rest of the top up of the money that you'd need.
So in other words, you're putting, if you can put 50,000 in between you, sounds like you've got a deal.
Can we put that, do we need to put that up front or can we do it out of the back end of the deal?
It needs to be up front.
Right.
He wants you to have some. I know you've got
Skin in the game.
He wants some security.
Because,
I want my skin. I want you skin in the game for my money.
Okay, Nicholas, what's so?
So it's 117,000.
117,000.
If you want to go to the back of the room to have a bit of privacy, guys, you can.
Do you mind if we just
Please
have
do.
yeah,
please do.
Please do.
over here?
Yes, I'm not the only person that's on mine, and I'm being signed out that mortgage in a couple of months because my mum's going back on it.
Thanks for your offer. I don't think we can answer that right now because we need to speak to various people about raising that money. But subject to that, would you give us that time to do that and then come back to you?
Well, I tell you what. Why don't you accept it, subject to us both finding the other investor for you?
Yeah. Okay, we'd like to.
Because I'm an expert in finding investment with developments as well, such as this and JVs, all sorts of things. So I can help you with that as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So in principle, if you can find 50k, You've got a deal with Nicholas. Congratulations. Well done.
You happy?
Thank you very much.
Okay, great. Fantastic.
Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Excellent.
Well done.
Thank you
Brilliant.
very much.
Thanks.
Looking forward to
Thanks
working with
for
Cheers.
all
Thank
your
you. Good
advice.
luck.
Well done. Good luck.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Cool. I think that's a frustrating pitch. I thought you were very harsh, personally.
Can I be honest with you? I'm going to be dead honest with you.
Most of the time.
I'm going to be dead honest with you. Confused sellers don't sell, confused buyers don't buy, and that's the end of it.
Oh. How about?
Yeah, I mean,
What do you think, Paul?
it's probably a good example of, you know, bricklayer and a builder. They're not used to pitching to investors, so they didn't perhaps structure it in the way
Yeah.
we would have liked.
Nice
But we
people.
got there in the end.
No, I agree. They're lovely,
I
lovely
think
people.
got there in the end.
I
And
agree.
they've got the wealth of experience, haven't they,
The wealth
Ranjan?
of experience, I think, I agree with Scott, but I think probably a bit harsh on it. But I actually think it's still a wafer-thin deal in today's market, as particularly in low-value sale areas. And I mean, I wish you the best of luck, but I'm not sure there's enough meat.
Where I saw the opportunity with those guys wasn't necessarily that deal. It's about getting in with a good builder.
Yeah.
And we go and look for other deals. I can raise some extra finance for them
Yes.
to halve my risk. And we can
Now-
do more deals
now,
with.
Nicholas, I need to know when you're coming down because I need to make sure my electric gates are shut so you can't get in.
I'll catch you when you're out hunting, John.
Lloyd, Jack, congratulations. You got a bit of a grilling in there, didn't you? Especially off Scott.
We did, yeah.
Yeah, but it's done now.
Yeah.
And there was a positive
But
outcome.
it was all positive stuff. Good feedback.
Yeah.
And good advice.
Yeah.
But it's not going to stop us. We're still going to go ahead and do this deal.
Okay.
You know, we're very determined. We have a plan. We had a
Yep.
business plan as well on top of this.
Yep.
And that plan was to finish this development by the end of this year.
Okay.
So we're on track. We're still on track, and we believe that we can fulfil the agreement we've had
Yep.
so far.
Yep.
So we're quite pleased and happy about the outcome.
Good.
The Baker Street Property Meet is the UK's largest and #1 property investors networking event. The property market is going through monumental change right now, and at Baker Street Property Meet we aim to keep you up to date with the latest tips and tricks and insider tactics to help you keep on top of your property investing game and succeed in these troubled economic times. The Baker Street Property Meet is fundamentally about networking because it's not what you know, it's who you know. And at Baker Street, we aim to connect you with the people to make your property journey a monumental success. There's no better place to be to further your property investment journey than the Baker Street Property Meet. So make sure you're here, you're connecting with myself and Andrew Roberts, our expert guest speakers and 300 passionate property people each and every month. See you at the next meet. Get your spot at bakerstreetpropertymeet.com.